Now, back to the fundraising efforts. Mario, Peach, and Toad go to Earth to give a tell-all interview about their various adventures in the Mushroom World. Because on Earth, they don't really know much about the Mushroom World yet. Like, there's some vague awareness that there's this place that Mario has claimed to go to, that's where he got all of these gold coins that one time. Oh no. You're being very loud. Yeah, this place that he goes to, and this is where he said that the monsters in the sewers came from, and so that's literally the only awareness that people on Earth had of the Mushroom World. But so there's various people on Earth who would pay a lot of money to hear everything about it. So they give an exclusive interview about all of their adventures in the Mushroom World and saving it from Bowser, and spreading their propaganda about how the Koopa Kingdom is bad and the Mushroom Kingdom's good. And, everybody on Earth hears all of this stuff. It's starting to spread. And among the people who hear about Mario's adventures and the Mushroom World are Mario's old boss, Foreman Spike. Luna. So Spike is still very bitter about Mario. He still hates Mario. Mario just kind of left in the middle of the job. They were having this absurd rivalry where he's kind of trying to kill Mario. And then Mario runs off and goes to this other world, and he doesn't know what the hell's going on, and he couldn't find Mario, he couldn't chase him down. But now he finds out about the Mushroom World, he learns about the connection through the sewers, and he learns about Mario's other enemies there, Bowser. So he goes to the Mushroom World, he sneaks in and finds Bowser and meets with him, and he has this weird scheme where he convinces Bowser to build a bunch of, he calls them bases? They're basically like big, tall apartment buildings. Like, he's kind of convincing Bowser, hey, you should build, housing. You build housing for your people. And hey, here's the spot for it, right here, in this exact spot. And he doesn't tell Bowser this, but it's the spot that is going to cast a shadow directly on Mario's house and kill his flowers. Because Spike is extremely petty.
Petty and, like...
Weird?
Weird.
So, Mario comes back from Earth. They kind of also had a vacation there while they were there on Earth. Why not? Giving this interview. He comes back to find all of these buildings, these extremely tall buildings, casting long shadows on his property. And, ruining his flower bed. The only response to this is, of course, to grab his sledgehammer and destroy all these buildings. Mario is also kind of petty. So, Mario goes through and destroys all of this new housing that was supposed to go to the Koopa people. And, he goes through and he beats up Bowser, and also there was a ghost and an alien Dogu, and there was a rice ball that exploded?
Yeah.
It was a lot of weird things building these places. But after Mario destroys all of the buildings, Bowser finds out that this whole thing was a scheme that Spike hatched up to get at Mario. That, he tricked Bowser into funding this stupid, really, really stupid revenge scheme. So Bowser is chasing Spike off into the sunset, trying to roast him alive. Spike eventually flees to the Mushroom Kingdom for sanctuary. He gets away from Bowser with his life, barely. And he approaches the Mushroom Kingdom for sanctuary. And they give it to him by sending him into Painted Worlds. And we'll discuss that in a little bit. So while all this is happening, all this interview and buildings and such, Wario has a castle again. He's been such a successful businessman that he's built his own castle, he's got all his treasures again, and he gets robbed by pirates. Specifically, the pirates that he had robbed previously when he was trying to steal that giant statue of Peach.
That turnabout is fair play.
So, the pirates steal his castle, they steal his treasures, and, this happens several times in a row, actually. They take his stuff, and he chases them down and beats them up, and they go to different places trying to run away from him, but they can never escape Wario, not even in a dream world. So, Wario defeats them and steals all of their new treasures that they had, and becomes even more wealthy in the process. So afterwards, Mario throws a party. And it's not much of a party. Everyone's just kind of hanging around outside.
They have an argument about who is a superstar.
Yeah, who is the greatest superstar? I don't know who brought this up first. I don't remember. But it just kind of came about. Someone somewhere in this group mentions superstar, and they all start arguing about who is the greatest superstar. So the people in this party are Mario, Luigi, Peach, Wario, Yoshi, and DK. So in this whole argument, Toad comes and interrupts it, and proposes that they have a contest to see, who is the greatest superstar. And proposes, go out and find things that we can use Power Stars for. Problems that we can use the Power Stars to fix. And then we'll go there and we'll have a little contest to see who can collect the most Power Stars by buying them from Toad. And, that will be the superstars. Whoever gets the most Power Stars who can, solve these problems around the kingdom. So they agree, and they all are extraordinarily selfish with the things that they find. Mario finds a castle in the sky and uses the Power Stars to make it prettier with a rainbow. Luigi finds an airship and uses the Power Stars to restart its engine. Luigi really likes aircraft, and in particular hot air balloons, we discover. Princess Peach uses the Power Stars to decorate her enormous birthday cake.
Like, the funny thing about that is, she had the cake.
She had the cake! It was already there! She just used the Power Stars to make additional decorations for it.
It's really...
She loves these giant vanity projects. Like a giant golden statue of herself. Let's see. Wario used the Power Stars to end a war between the two factions of Bob-ombs? Which seems altruistic at its surface, but he was probably, selling arms to both sides in war profiteering, and he needed them to stop fighting so that they could have money again to buy more weapons later. Let's see, DK uses the Power Stars to open an ancient Kong family treasure that had been locked away, golden bananas. And Yoshi, the only kind, genuinely nice person among them, used the Power Stars to rescue a Yoshi who is trapped on an island surrounded by whirlpools. So through all of this, Bowser is getting involved because he finds out that they're having a party and they didn't invite him, and also they're doing stuff with the Power Stars, so he comes by and just starts messing with them, screwing around with them, and also quietly, finding out where the Power Stars are. Because, they're collecting these Power Stars, they need to go put them somewhere afterwards, and he finds out that they're storing them in the Mushroom Bank, in the little Toad village there. And so Bowser goes and breaks into this bank and steals all their stars. And he flees to a giant volcano fortress to like be... Or no. He was in the... That's right. First, they decide to... all of the partygoers decide to get back at Bowser for, messing with their party by chasing him down to his giant volcano fortress and beating him up. Then he breaks into the bank and steals the stars while they're off celebrating their victory.
And then they go to space?
Yeah, he, creates a... there's a giant power star in space that is shattered, that he is building some kind of technology around? He's trying to, rebuild it somehow? I really just like to face it, honestly. He's just screwing around with it.
Probably trying to harness celestial magics.
But, he also creates a bunch of little minions for himself that he calls Baby Bowsers.
Mm-hmm.
That, and so he's up in space with these Baby Bowsers, and so everybody chases him off back to space, and they beat him up and take the stars back, and launch him into space. And he's floating through space for a while. Now, after this, a couple of things happen. So, first of all, the Yoshi mating season comes around again, or perhaps there are 2 Yoshi mating seasons, or something. Point is, there are mating Yoshis, and they're causing problems again. One of them locks Mario in a giant stone oven area and forces him to bake cookies to feed him.